In France, momentum is growing around the hashtags #MeTooIncest and #MeTooGay. Now, the aim of the online movement is to share experiences of sexual violence. It comes after a book recently released here in France accused a high-profile French political scientist of abusing his stepson. Well, let's speak more about this viral movement. Flora Bolter is a co-director of l'Observatoire LGBT and the Jean Jaurès Foundation. Flora, thanks very much for speaking to us about this topic today. I mean, a first question for you. Talk us through what #MeTooGay is and how it's linked to the Me Too movement that we've seen in the past.
Well, as you've said, there was a book a few weeks ago published by by Olivier Duhamel's stepdaughter, who basically announced that her brother had been a victim of sexual violence, and this has sparked a wave of reports by survivors of incidents that they've lived through, and how this has affected their lives. And this has been the viral movement known as Me Too Incest, which has been created. The hashtag came out on last Saturday, I think. It was created by the movement Nous Toutes. And last Thursday, there was a twist on Me Too Incest that started trending and became more and more prevalent, which was Me Too Gay, which was basically reports and testimonies of men who had experienced violence from sexual violence from men either in their families or outside of their families, but when they were younger or when they were children. So basically, this is a very viral movement, very intense, much more than we've seen so far.
Your foundation, Flora, is looking closely, speaking with people about this as this viral hashtag continues to gain momentum, as we said, gain traction. Why is #MeTooGay necessary? Talk us through that.
Well, it's necessary because there is a taboo, if you want. People feel the need to give a good image of the LGBTI community because we are experiencing strong discriminations, and because many people have this shortcut, this stereotype linking LGBTI persons to sexual predators. So basically, it's always been very difficult to broach these questions and to address the question of sexual violence within the LGBTI community, because there's been this fear of speaking out and fueling homophobia. This time around, I think people are listening. It's, as you know, it's always difficult to create a voice, a movement of speaking for people voicing out their concerns and speaking about what they've experienced if there is no one to listen to them. And right now, I think people are listening to survivors of sexual violence. And right now, the time is right to take into account basically what these survivors have to say, and to use this in terms of.
So the time is now, you say, Flora. Just a brief response from you, because we are unfortunately running out of time. Can you, how are these issues being dealt differently between, in France and kind of English-speaking countries? Is there more public space in one place or another to talk about these issues, Flora?
Yes, well, I would say that in English-speaking countries, you do have data. I mean, the CDC in the United States has very strong, reliable data on sexual violence for all kinds of victims and all kinds of contexts. There is also much more done in terms of procedures and practices. In the UK, I know there are helplines for male survivors of sexual violence, for instance, that we do not have in France. So we are still very much developing these tools and developing this. So I would say that the taboo and the silence is certainly so far has been stronger in France, and we are just now breaking the surface of this silence and this taboo.
A lot of work to be done. Flora Bolter, thank you.